DJ Anomaly here. Wanted to do a quick comparison of the Numark Mixtrack Pro 2 and of course the Numark Mixtrack Pro 1 or original. So obviously the first thing you're going to notice when you look at both of these units is going to be the pads, but when you pull them out of the box, one of the things that you're going to notice the most is that the original is pretty light, and the 2, it feels more solid. It's more compact. It's got a lower profile. One of the things that I didn't hear about though in comparing these two, which is definitely different, is 2 things. One is going to be the jog wheel. So the jog wheel on the 2 is actually smaller. It is a lower profile, but it also is actually smaller. I have really big hands, and so on this guy it's definitely a difference. I can still do all the scratching and stuff that I did on this one, but it's just a little bit less real estate to utilize. Everything else, I mean, as far as the reaction with buttons and things like that, pretty similar. Overall, with this unit, it feels a little bit more solid. The pads are very, very nice. I'm getting used to them, liking them. They're a little bit easier to hit than the buttons, although you can definitely use the buttons as you've seen in my other video. As far as these buttons down here, they're the same probably, just the color is different. The crossfader is also something that wasn't really spoken about, and to be honest, I actually like the crossfader a little bit better on the original. I'm a scratcher. I like that little click. On this one, it's just not as smooth. Again, can do everything the same. It's just all about feel when it comes to stuff like that. Other than that, like I said before, lower profile, more solid. This definitely feels a little bit more professional, and this seems a little bit more amateur. But as you've seen in my videos, you can still do the basics. You can do everything you need to do with this unit. This unit, it's got a little bit more lights, and it looks a little bit more fancy if you're going to show up to a gig. So at the end of the day, everyone wants to know, what do you recommend? I mean, if you're looking at the unit, everything is there in both units. So should I spend the extra money and get the brand new one, or should I just go and get a used or a new original Mixtrack Pro? It really depends, obviously, on the person. I'm sure you don't want to hear that, but if you're going to mainly only DJ in your bedroom, in your garage, at your home, for little parties, I think that this unit is perfectly fine. If you're going to be doing a lot of gigs where they're going to be paying you money, you want to look or present yourself a little bit more professionally, you might want to spend the extra. Or if you like to have the latest and greatest, well, of course this is going to be the option. It seems as though all controllers are moving towards the pads, which means all the software is going to be more catered to having the pads. One of the things that I kind of don't like with this unit with the pads, they crammed a lot of effects. You have the looping, you have the sample player, and then you also have the cues, the hot cues, all in these pads and not spread out. And of course, I'm sure you can go in and map things differently, or maybe they'll do an upgrade so that you can change that, because that's a software thing. But it just seems like it would have been nicer to have it separated a little bit more among the pads versus having everything crammed into that, because then you're having to hit shift and change things out. But I'm sure I'll get used to it the more I use it. The other thing I don't like about this unit I didn't talk about is there's only the RCA output, just one set, and on the original there was 2 sets. So There's that. Also, obviously, the original had just the one headphone jack, and this one has two headphone jacks, same mic, and it's on the side. It's always hard moving things to the side, because then it's like, for some people the right side is better, for other people the right side is better, for other people the left side is better. Having it in the middle, it was a little bit annoying when you're moving around, but it definitely is preference. So at the end of the day, like I said, you know what you're going to be doing. If you have the extra money, I say it's worth it. But if you don't, and you're just getting started, there's not really any reason not to jump for the original, because it's still a great unit. The software is still getting upgraded. More videos to come. Thanks for checking me out, DJ Anomaly. Numark Mixtrack Pro 2 and the original Numark Mixtrack Pro 1. Thanks for watching.